Hello, beautiful friends. This is Crystal Rose Insights, here to do the weekly reading for the week starting January 28th, 2018. This is going to be the reading for the Divine Masculine. And just a couple quick announcements before I get started. I have had so much fun this week doing those Valentine's Day special readings where I bring in crystals and flower essences. And those come into the reading with you and your partner, and these energies coming through the flowers and the crystals, the messages are so beautiful. So those of you guys that have had one of those readings with me this week, and those of you that live in the US, I am creating those remedies this weekend, and they will be going out on Monday. So if you've been thinking about doing one of these, this is the time. It's just been so much fun bringing these energies into the reading. So that is a Valentine's Day special I'm offering right now. And details will be down below in the description box. So I have, as you know, I start every reading with a crystal, and this calcite wanted to be here today. So calcite is a really powerful purification, uplifting stone, but it does it with gentleness. And if you can see it, it's this incredible prism here in this shape. And calcite is a really, really wonderful stone to work with for all healing. But if you actually were to look into it, you'll see that it's like you see multi-dimensions. It allows the person working with this energy to have a multi-dimensional awareness. And isn't that the twin flame journey? And it's something that can help clear. Calcites are really good for helping clear past energetic patterns that have been holding us back, shifting and releasing those. So that energy is here to support us today. And so this is a general reading. There are a lot of you watching, so please take whatever messages resonate with you and leave the rest. If you'd like a private reading, the information will be down in the description box below. That's the way we can get really targeted into your specific energies. So with that, I've already called in my guides, archangels, ascended masters, all beings of light, to support this reading, to help bring the best messages, clearest messages for all. It's my intention, anybody watching this reading, regardless of time, what date it is, when you find this video, how you got here, that you will get a very clear message for you through this reading. So this is going to be taking a look at the Divine Masculine energies for this week. Please share with us, Spirit, the messages of where the Divine Masculine is at this week, please. What's coming up for the Divine Masculine? Okay, so his overall energy this week is the Chariot. And guys, I don't read reversals in this deck. I have to say that every time because I do get questions and comments about it. But my deck knows I don't read reversals in this deck unless I'm called to. What he wants his Divine Feminine to know is the Ten of Air. What she may be unaware of this week is the Five of Fire. Next is how he's seeing her right now, Two of Water. How he's seeing the relationship right now, Six of Air. What's currently supporting him this week is the King of Air. And what challenge is coming up for him this week? And we get the King of Water. Okay, so the energy at the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Air. And the Eight of Air is like the Eight of Swords. It's the illusion of being trapped. In the traditional tarot, it's the image of the person blindfolded with the swords creating a little cage around them, but they could get out if they wanted to. So this is about lacking self-confidence. They're afraid to take action. This is about the illusion of being trapped. So there's something going on with the Divine Masculine this week that is bringing that up for him. That lesson, that idea that it's up to him to get out of his current circumstance, challenge, anything that's keeping him trapped. Because what's interesting is his overall energy is the Chariot, which is a major arcana card, moving things forward in a spiritual way. He's realizing that he wants to move forward and ascend, and he wants to move forward in victory. And because and I'm seeing how it's relating already to the Eight of Air energy, which is he's now realizing spiritually that it's up to him, that he can get out of this circumstance. You know, here's the black and the white horse bringing the Chariot up to the heavens. So this is the light and the dark side. This is like our light side and our shadow side. This is the divine feminine, divine masculine. This is yin yang. This is both elements are supporting this moving forward, and it's a 7 card, so that's a big propulsion forward in the spiritual realm. It feels like this week. So he's having a push forward in his spiritual growth this week, is what I'm hearing. Because what he wants his divine feminine to know is the 10 of Air. The 10 of Air is the end of a very difficult situation. This is like, okay, we're at the completion side of this cycle of things being challenging. This could be those of you that are in separation. But this is about expecting things to get better now. And so the energy here is that we're nearing the end, divine feminine. We're nearing the end of this cycle. We're about to start a new cycle. The 10 of Air energy is also the energy of potentially addictions. That could be to substances. That could be to old thought patterns. And the fact that it's coming to a completion, it feels like the growth is relating to some of the difficult challenges. I love that the 8 of Air is here, then the 10, and then the Chariot is his overall energy moving forward. And what the divine feminine may be unaware of this week is that there is the 5 of Fire energy here, which is about having a lot of things going on, and kind of all of these wands basically are vying for your attention. They're all trying to be seen. They're all standing upright, and they're here. It's about having competing goals, having some conflict potentially. And so there could be something going on with the divine masculine this week, feminines, where through this completing of this difficult time and through this growth spiritually, that it could be causing him some back and forth, some conflict. It's feeling like it's all for the good, but there still may be some other, bothersome details that are competing for his attention as part of this. But how he's seeing you is the 2 of Water, the 2 of Cups. This is a soulmate card. This is twin flame soulmate energy. So he's seeing in his heart space that the 2 of Water, 2 of Cups, this is here for you. I love that this is coming up for how he's seeing his divine feminine this week. And then how he's seeing the relationship is that things are looking up. So the 6 is about victory. You see this horse here having just escaped this chaos behind, and he's moving forward in a boat. He's ready to move on from the battle. He's ready to move on in victory. Things are looking up. Things are changing. The end of a difficult situation. So it's interesting that the end of a difficult situation energy has already come through, and we're only a few cards in. And I'm feeling like the end of that difficult situation is his feeling like he's trapped and that he's powerless. So spiritually, when he's had that discovery that he has the ability to manifest, he has the ability to create his experience. He has the ability to move things forward. He's not trapped, but it's already like showed up a few times already in these messages, because he sees this divine feminine as the 2 of Water energy. So whatever's keeping him from his divine feminine right now, it feels like this week there's big movement forward for him, kind of getting out of what's kept him from her on a spiritual level. It's like he's kind of making that transition right now of realizing that he can change it. Because here's what else is interesting, here's what's supporting him is the King of Air energy. So the King of Air energy is supporting him here, which is all about, you know, the King of Air is he's very diplomatic. He's very strategic and thoughtful and decisive, and he's very confident, but he's in the place where he's kind of balancing his head and his heart. So it feels, there's so much air energy here this week. So the Divine Masculine this week is definitely a lot in his head, but there's an element of the spiritual nature underneath that headspace. So the King of Air energy is helping him move that forward, to have confidence in speaking his mind and balancing the head and the heart. So I love that that's here supporting him this week. And what's interesting is what's his challenge this week, which, oh my, here it is. I didn't even quite look ahead, but check out this mirroring happening. So the King of Air is helping him balance his head and his heart, and he's being challenged with balancing his heart space. So the King of Water is about opening your heart and opening to people around you. And so both of these kings, there's an element of advice here. So he may be getting advice or seeking advice from people around him. And he also may know he needs to ask for advice, or maybe he has asked for advice and it's been bad advice, or it's been a challenge for him because people don't get his journey. But he's also challenged with, this is his challenge. So he's getting, I love that this is coming forth as what's going on with him this week. That's very clear. So I'm feeling very much like he might be getting advice from people that don't get what he's doing and what he's choosing in his life. And he's getting, you know, battling his head and his heart. So he's supported by the King of Air, which is helping him balance that, but he's also being challenged by that. And so he's being challenged with opening his heart a little bit. He feels that heart energy for his Divine Feminine. The only place the emotional cards have come through this week is the way he feels about her. So it feels like there's a dynamic going on of like, I know how I feel about her, but I'm a little afraid to open my heart, a little afraid to tell her what I'm feeling, because he's, you know, maybe he'll speak up and say something, but he's still maybe a little afraid to. For some of you, there might be, your Divine Masculine might be reaching out this week, or thinking about reaching out this week, but he's kind of going back and forth. It's like he's chickening out. I just got that image, like picking up the phone, ready to text something or call or whatever, or approach you, and then he just backs away because he's chicken. Love that. All right. So what I want to do now is I'm going to pull other energy cards and pull the Divine Feminine energy a little bit into this. But I'm going to get some more information on the Divine Masculine's energy using these energy oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. And this just jumped out. The door to personal healing and happiness. So he's at that door to personal healing and happiness. He's at that place. He's moving it forward spiritually. And this one jumped out, and in this deck I do read reversals, so it kind of landed on its side. So I'm going to tell you both meanings for it. So the door to personal healing and happiness is here, but it could just be that there's something slightly in the way of that opening, but it's here. The energy's here regardless. So that's the opening. It's like this chariot is moving him through this door to personal healing and happiness. Because a lot of Divine Masculines recently have been really, really healing the patterns of the past. I think that's why this calcite is here, to help support that healing. Interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a little bit of the Divine Feminine energy relating to her Divine Masculine this week. So what's one card, please, for the Feminine this week relating to his energies? What message do we have for the Divine Feminines relating to this, please? Cornucopia. So Cornucopia, again, beautiful card. It did come out in the reverse. So the abundance, the love, the relationship, the happiness, everything is here in the energy for the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, obviously. But it's in reverse, which just means that, like, You may be focused on the absence of the cornucopia this week. Because you're wanting to actually see it, but you're not quite seeing it. But again, the energy is here. It's here. This abundance, this beauty, this incredible partnership is here. It's just, there's something quite, it's, you know, there's something that's, you could be just focusing on the lack of it happening in the physical world right now. Which is why I did a reading for the divine message for the divine feminine like a week ago about that. So feminines watching this, the cornucopia is here. There just needs to be some things to just shift it around to where you can actually begin to see it. So let's pull 3 cards on the energies between the divine masculine and divine feminine this week, please. How the divine masculine is kind of seeing the energies of the relationship this week. What messages? We get contract, the garden at the gate. Oh gosh, we get this card again, and the first chakra. We get this card so often for the divine masculine. So how he's seeing this, the energies of union this week, like what's coming through about the energies between them, which is, this is a card about partnership. This is about commitment in a partnership. This could mean that it's about a partnership or that's a connection that's more than just a casual one. This is about something that can be binding. I'm feeling, it's interesting, I'm feeling like, it's almost like I'm getting the message that he's feeling like, what I'm hearing is he's feeling like, you know, wanting to move things forward. He sees this 2 of Cups energy with his feminine. And he also sees that when he moves forward with his feminine, that it's going to be for a long time. It's going to be for long term. And he wants to make sure that things are, when he's ready to do it, he will do it. Because here's the funny thing. So here's the garden and the gate. This comes up so often for the divine masculine. And if you've seen my videos, you've probably seen this card a bunch of times. But the garden and gate, here's this woman. She's looking out at the light in the distance, which is happiness, everything she wants, all her dreams and wishes coming true. And she's timidly standing behind this gate. She's not like in a bad place. She's just not ready to kind of go out there. She's got a very skeptical look on her face. But if you can't see it, there's a key around her neck that unlocks the gate to this journey. Because this speaks again to this energy of the illusion of being trapped. She's not trapped, but she's kind of choosing to stay trapped or not see that she has the ability to get out there because she's not quite sure she wants to go. But she's looking at it. She wants it, but she's kind of a little bit like, I don't know, a little trepidation. So that energy is coming through really clearly of the illusion of being trapped. And then the first chakra. So he's working on likely his stability. This could also indicate a lot of passion. So this could be survival, like money, career, things around just making sure all your needs are currently met. But I feel like he's definitely feeling a lot of passion for his divine feminine. He feels the love, but he also feels the passion. He feels the pull. And he knows that if he's moving forward towards being in partnership with her, because the 6 is a victory number, and this is a twin flame number as well, the unconditional love energy. You know, he's wanting it. He's just not quite taking action in the physical, but in the spiritual he is. He's moving forward in the spiritual. Okay. So now I'm going to pull some more cards from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. Just some more clarification, please, Spirit, on the message around the Divine Masculine this week is what an additional message on this door to personal healing and happiness. What other message do you have for him? And we get dedicated effort. So in the physical space, he's putting in dedicated effort, potentially to create his stability, to create financial stability, abundance, because it is an 8 card. And it feels like it's about perseverance, working, it's about nurturing relationships and continuing to nurture relationships and to build your interpersonal skills. This is about creating loving and supporting relationships, which is what's going to lead to his personal healing and happiness, really. So this week there's going to be some sort of attention to, you know, just work at improving your relationships with others. So there's something that he's doing this week that's in the physical space, about getting, like, trying to get, there's an energy of getting to know you more. There's an energy of try to, like, peel back the layers of the onion and to try to understand you more. So another card, please, for this cornucopia for the Divine Feminine, please. Oh, look at, we get that. Major Arcana. And it is the Move card, which in traditional tarot is the Chariot again. But here's what I love about this card's depiction of this Chariot energy is it's about moving forward in a love relationship. Look at these two, they're in a wedding ceremony. They're being tied together. Both of them are opening up to the divine love that's pouring into their hands. It's like water flowing down from one hand to the other to consecrate their union. So here we have the Chariot energy coming through again. So this is a message for the Divine Feminines that are feeling this block towards this cornucopia, that it's here. It's showing up on both sides, this Chariot energy. Beautiful. All right, 3 cards, please, on how the Divine Masculine right now is looking towards the union this week. What energies and messages do you have for us, please, for those watching? Oh my gosh, just breathe. That card comes up a lot. Shine, another major arcana, and the clarity of belief. Okay. So the Just Breathe card, this is about taking a step back, resting, recharging. And this is just about taking a little breath. This is about needing to take a little bit of a break to just like work on yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't want relationships, you're not wanting or plugging into them. It just means that sometimes in relationships we give. And we just need a little bit of time to reconnect with our spiritual selves so that we can support our relationships. And this is about recharging your emotional batteries, really. See how she's plugging in? See how she's plugging into the space? She's plugging in to like recharge. Okay? She's needing to recharge. And to recharge by connecting to her spirituality. So that he's, you know, because look what else is here. We've got the Shine. This is the Sun card. This woman is being raised up to the heavens by shining her light from the heart space. And she's just being swept away. So it feels like the Divine Masculine, especially because he's seeing his Divine Feminine this week, there's the awareness that she's the Two of Water, that he can have this incredible happiness to shine the light in partnership with her, because it's also A 1 card. So new beginnings. So he realizes that his divine feminine, he has this coming through, because here's what's happening, because he also realizes that he's transforming and he's surrendering to the transforming process. So this man has his hand on his heart, and he's now believing in his headspace that he's in a he knows he's in a transformational phase in his life, and he's surrendering to that process. And there's like the heart down here, and sorry if there's a glare on the cards, guys. So he's holding on to his heart energy, kind of like, please, I hope this is going to work. And his heart energy, which is green, is emanating out of his hands as he's letting go of this butterfly. So I think these cards are amazing for how he's really seeing, you know, the relationship or the energies of the union between him and his divine feminine this week. So he's kind of surrendering. He's taking a pause. He's in this place of doing his work, but it's also just he knows it's a transformational spiritual place, because he's getting out of his head and getting into his spirit, and the door to personal healing and happiness is here for him. Okay, I'm going to pull some romance angel cards. One card, please, for the Divine Masculine. What message do you have, romance angels, of the Divine Masculine this week? Playfulness. He needs to have a little bit of fun. He's got to show his playful side. He appreciates the playful side of his divine feminine. And when the two get together, man, it's like that energy of fun and just lightheartedness really matters. So he's they're saying that there's that, he needs some of that playful energy. He's doing his dedicated effort. The door to healing and happiness is here. He's got a bit of conflict this week, so remember, Divine Masculine, to be playful this week. One card for the Divine Feminine, please. Past life relationship. Yeah, obviously we've known each other before. This is just confirming that you know this. And there is that connection there. And then 3 on the union energies this week relating to Divine Masculine. What message do you have, please? How the Divine Masculine is seeing the union energies this week. This could be the one. New love and reconciliation. Yeah. So, I mean, this could be the one. You've met the romantic partner you seek, new love. The new love is beginning and reconciling someone from the past is returning to your life because you have a past relationship. Some of you guys, those of you that are in separation, obviously this is reconciliation. So he's really coming to understanding this divine, like the 2 of water, like she's my soulmate, she's my partner, she's my twin. He's really coming to that realization. And it feels like something's coming up to the surface this week about this. And obviously we have in this week upcoming, we do have the full moon lunar eclipse, which is going to be a big, big energy shift. Not as big as, but it's like kind of be the culmination of the energies that started last August with the solar eclipse. So I feel like that's being risen to the surface this week, and it could be because the astrological energies are supporting this transformational process happening, but that's amazing. Okay, how are we on time? Okay, I'm going to pull a few more cards. I'm going to pull from Archangel Michael, some advice cards, and then I'm going to pull from a brand new deck I got that I am just loving. And this will be the first reading I've done with these cards in it, but they're going to kind of be what I'm going to wrap this reading up with. But I'm going to start with Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, what advice do you have, please, for the Divine Masculines this week? One card, please. What's your best advice for the Divine Masculine this week as he's navigating this week? I mean, We get have confidence. That's exactly what this energy is, this 8 of air. He's telling him to have confidence, and confidence is all about this card. He's feeling trapped. He's lacking self-confidence, and Michael's saying, have confidence. Help me realize that I am one, and I have abundance, I have happiness. Allow me to feel confident and peaceful. So Michael's telling the Divine Masculine to have confidence this week. No wonder he's addressing this overall theme of this reading. You're lacking confidence, you're feeling trapped, guess what? You've got it, so have it, because you're powerful, Divine Masculine. You're powerful. So one card for the Divine Feminines right now, please, Michael. Just those that are watching this video, what advice do you have for the Divine Feminines relating to this reading, please, for this week? Forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. So there's an element of releasing the, letting go of self-blame, forgiving yourself, and releasing anger or fear towards others. Because if you're feeling anger towards yourself, or you're feeling frustrated about anything you've done or said, or you wish you hadn't done or said, or you're feeling mad about what he did or what she did, whatever it is, if you're feeling anger about that, remember, in the twin journey, you're feeling that anger towards yourself. And if you happen to be feeling it towards yourself, it's also projecting onto your twin because it's the same energy. So, Divine Feminines this week, please work on forgiveness. Because look, you've got the Chariot energy. You've got cornucopia here. So Michael's just reminding you to, you know, let go of any upset or frustration or self-judgment, self-loathing. I know I've done some readings for Divine Feminine, a couple Divine Feminines this week where it's been like they just feel so regretful about some of the things they've said or done, and I feel like that's why that energy's coming through, because it's about, if you're upset at yourself, you're upset at your twin, or if you're upset at your twin, you're upset at yourself. So work on forgiveness and healing, letting things go is what I'm hearing. So one card right now from Michael. If he was going to sit both you guys down, what would he say? Actually, this is going to be, to take that back, this is going to be a card for the Divine Masculine about the union energies. What's your advice about how the Divine Masculine should be thinking about or healing or working on the union energies? Like, what's your advice for the Divine Masculine this week relating to union? Because this is his overall advice, is having confidence, but relating to union. God is in charge. Yeah, this is a divine path. This is out of your hands, Divine Masculine. This is about the Divine Masculine having trust and faith, because he's feeling all this. He's a little scared because he's been in his head, but he's realizing that there's some beautiful things here, and he's saying keep doing your work, but have faith, like things are unfolding as they should. Okay. So now I want to end with advice from my new deck, which is the Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides by Stephen Farmer. The moment I saw this deck, I had to have it. It just felt like the cards are beautiful. The animals are amazing. And so this is the first time they're going to make their debut on YouTube. Through me anyway. I know other readers probably use them. I'm sure they do, but... So, animals, spirit animals, what message do you have for the Divine Masculine this week? What's your best advice? One card, please. I'm going to just pull one. Dog. The dog energy comes up. The dog is so loyal and friendly and loving. And it says, your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. The dog is here to remind the Divine Masculine that you know, it's okay to have boundaries, and it's okay to take care of you. You are extremely loyal. You are extremely dedicated. And you're faithful. But sometimes it comes at the expense of you. Okay? Like you could be getting pulled in a lot of different directions. So let me see what the book says too. When you compromise your personal integrity through misguided attempts to placate others out of fear of their disapproval or to avoid upsetting them, you deny your inner authority and give away your power. You become their servant and they your masters. So this is about not doing that. Like, don't be afraid. Like, have confidence. Okay, so Michael's telling you to have confidence because there might be situations where you're just trying to avoid a problem or conflict, but you deny your own needs and your own truth. So the dog wants to tell you that this week it's really important to, not being put in a less than position. So it says, over a number of years, you may find yourself attached to the leashes of many masters, leading you to feel fragmented and to some degree powerless. Instead, take off all those collars and let Spirit be your one true master. Then you will experience true freedom. All right, my friends, that is the reading for the Divine Masculine for this week. Again, whenever you see this video is when it's appropriate for you, because energies and time can be malleable and everyone's at a different phase in their journey. So if you would like a personal reading, the information is below, as well as if you'd like to do the Valentine's Day special and get crystals and a crystal energy, as well as flower essences and a custom remedy actually that I'm going to create for you to support your healing, then please do let me know. That goes through February 14th. Anyone that does a 60-minute reading with me will have the option to have that be a part of their reading. And if you live in the US, and I did a video, guys, on the actual details of why I'm doing it and how it works, which I have on my channel, so I won't take too much time here. But I wish you guys all the best this week, and until next time, in abundant love always. Bye.